Shares in Intel jumped more than 7% on Thursday, following reports that the Trump administration is in talks to take a stake in the chipmaker. The reported deal would support the technology firm's plan to build a manufacturing hub in Ohio, which said the size of the potential stake is not clear. So White House spokesman Kush Desai said discussions about hypothetical deals should be regarded as speculation unless officially announced by the administration. So this comes hot on the heels of Trump securing a revenue share deal with Nvidia in exchange for allowing Nvidia to sell H20 chips to China, to mainland China. Very interesting. So with the Nvidia deal, that was unprecedented. It wasn't a tariff, it wasn't a tax, it was a direct revenue share. It's 15% of revenue, so not profits, coming from sales of chips to China, specifically H20 chips. And it was in return for being allowed to sell them at all. So is that extortion? Did Nvidia pay a bribe? It's pretty shifty. This is how a racket works, basically. They controlled the access to the market and said, you can't do it, and we'll put massive tariffs on you to make it so unprofitable there's no point you doing it. Or you pay us 15% of your revenue. So what was previously wrapped up and it was called a national security issue, as soon as 15% of revenue was paid, it was no longer a security issue. A bit squiffy. Regardless of your politics, I think that's a bit gross. So they're now talking about taking a stake, a direct stake in Intel, in Intel, the chip maker. This is speculation, this is a rumor, but this would be a way for the US to have a direct stake in AI, basically, because I assume this would be pushing Intel towards GPU manufacturing. And they can probably be bought up for quite cheap. So I imagine the US government can take a stake for a low cost. Now, this is really interesting because this is exactly what China does. So the Chinese government has shares in all of the large tech companies, so Alibaba, Tencent, Baidu, etc. The Chinese government owns so-called golden shares, a little stake in each of these companies, which means that these companies are connected to the government, which allows control, but it also means the government promotes them as well.